What's going on, YT Nation? We back at it again with another video on the Jeep, but not really on the Jeep. We up here at the shop again. Um, it this video is not going to be part of the rebuild series on the Jeep. This is just something that I wanted to do to the Jeep to make it look a little bit better. And this is what I'm talking. As you can see, these rims are pretty beat. So what I'm going to try to do is sand them down pretty good and then hit them with a can of this metallic aluminum. I'm going to just see how this works and what the results look like, but I've never used this kind of paint for anything. I did pick up some more sandpaper, tack rag or tack cloth, and then I'm gonna sand it down with probably 80 grit on the rim at first, and then I'll work my way up all the way up to about 400, hit it with the primer. I do have a 2-in-1 filler primer, so I'll probably end up using that on it, and then a whole can, one per wheel. I got 4 cans, so that should be enough to do it. If not, I'll run and go grab another can, whatever it needs. But we're gonna go ahead and start getting this together and get everything set up that we need and get to it. Stick with me. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop out this center cap, and I'm gonna put this off to the side because all the center caps are in really good condition. They just need a good cleaning, but these are really good, nice and bright still. So I'm gonna save those, put them off to the side. I don't even think I'm gonna paint those. Then the next step, I got 80 grit on here. And I'm gonna just start sanding right up in here and see what it does. Alright, so as you can see, that's already a big difference compared to what it was. That's already a lot smoother. And then once I start feathering it out with the different grits, all the way up until I get to a 400. But yeah, that's way better than what it was. So stick with me. I'm not gonna sit here and bore y'all with all the sanding of everything, but once I get this all sanded down, I'll come back and show you all the finished product. As you can see, I've got it all sanded down, 400 grit. I wet sanded at 400 Made sure I got all the cracks and crevices and inside the where the lug nuts go and all that. So I'm gonna let her dry, and then we're gonna wipe her down with alcohol to give it a good clean, probably 2 or 3 different times. And then we'll go ahead and start laying the cards out to get ready for the paint. Stick with me. All right, now that the rim is nice and dry, we're gonna go ahead and clean it with some isopropyl alcohol and a clean microfiber towel. Just gonna pour a little bit on here, straight on the rag, and wipe her down. You want to make sure you get it nice and good. You want to get all the dust and grime and wax, residue, grease, anything from your hands that's been touching it and contaminating it. You just want to get a good clean on it. Go ahead, flip it to a clean side and continue to wipe it down. So, not too bad. We're gonna let that dry for a minute, and then we're gonna hit it again. I'm gonna fold it up to a clean side and get another good cleaning on it once that dries. All right, she's dry. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe her down another good time. See how much stuff comes off of it this time, and if nothing comes off, then that'll be it until we paint it. Make sure you get them edges really good. You don't want your paint to start peeling from that edge. So, nothing really came off on that one. Not too much. I'm gonna call that good. We'll go ahead and mask off the valve stem and then stack the cards around the outer rim around the tire to protect it, and then we'll go ahead and start painting. Alright, valve stem taped off. And I got these cheap little cards from Dollar Tree for $1.25. I'm gonna just stick them around all the edges. Alright, she good to go. Next step, primer. This is the primer I'm going to use. I'm not going to prime the whole wheel. I'm just going to prime the spots around this area where I got to feather it kind of in to the old stuff. There's no lip on it. Everything's smooth, but I just want to put that on there just to give it an even blend. So make sure you shake this stuff really good before you start spraying. Alright, I just got a little coat on there, and that's all I'm going to do in primer. Now we're going to let that dry for about 10 minutes or so, and then hit it with our first coat of color. Alright, so she is flashed long enough. We're going to go ahead and put down a light coat of our color right here. The metallic aluminum. We're going to do just a very light coat on the first coat. Very, very light coat just to get it to stick for the first coat. I'm going to do that again on the second coat, and maybe the third coat. Do really light coats until I hit it with a hard, heavy, wet coat. But I'm going to let that tack up for a few minutes, and then we're going to put down the next coat. Alright, so that coat is tacked up. Just a little tip. I like to wipe my nozzle after every use. And if I'm spraying a lot at one time, I like to just keep going in and wiping the nozzle off with a rag. But this isn't enough to wipe it every few minutes. You just go ahead and spray it, then wipe it. So we're going to do another little small light tack coat. Alright, so just another little small tack coat. Wipe your nozzle. Set that to the side. And we're going to let that tack up for about another 10-15 minutes. But you can already tell a world of difference with just them 2 coats. So the next coat will probably be a little bit wetter, a little bit thicker. So I like to come in and just lightly touch my cards to make sure it's got like a tacky feeling to it and it's not coming off on my finger. And that's how I know I'm ready for the next coat. I'm going to apply this one just a little heavier. Alright, we're going to let that sit. I may let that sit for another 10-15 minutes and put another coat. I'm not sure just yet if it's going to need another coat. We'll get to that point here in a few minutes and figure it out. Maybe lay one more coat and then some clear coat on top of that and see how it turns out. Alright, it looks good to me, but I'm going to just throw one more coat on there just to have some extra protection in case of a scratch or anything. It has a couple extra layers to try to get through. So we're going to put one more coat on it, let it sit, clear coat it, then unmask it. Alright, now it's going to be the last coat. And I still got probably half a can or so, maybe a little less. I do like to do that little mist coat at the end. You know, just a little spray over top just in case it missed anything. Just gives it an even layer to fall down. And just kind of fan out on top of it and just spread out. So I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. And then we're going to start the clear coat. So the rim is dry. We're going to go ahead and use this clear coat right here. Just a light gloss enamel with the adjustable tips with the different fan patterns. I like to use the number 4, which is like a wider spray pattern. So we're going to go ahead and lay down a light tack coat of clear coat for the first coat. And then maybe 2-3 coats of clear coat. And we'll go from there and see how that looks. Make sure you shake that clear coat very good. Alright, and that's the first coat down. Gonna let that tack up for a little bit. Then hit it with another light tack. And then a hard wet coat for the third coat. And maybe a fourth coat. Alright, she's been drying for about 10 minutes. She's tacky. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the second coat. Another light coat right quick. Alright, second coat applied. We're going to let that sit. And then come in for a third wet final coat probably. And see what it looks like. Alright, we're going down for the third coat, wet coat. Nice and heavy, not too heavy to where it runs. Alright, nice, good, het, webby, het, wet, wet and heavy coat. Don't mind me, fumes getting to me. I suggest wearing a respirator when y'all do this. This was all for, you know, intending on wearing the proper gear and everything like that. I'm going to wear all that when I do the other 3 rims. I was just trying to show y'all this one right quick. And every time I paint, I step out, let it air out for a while as I let it dry, and then I come back and get to the next one. So we're going to let this dry for now, and then see if it needs one more coat. Hopefully it doesn't, and then we'll start unmasking. All right, I think she's about tacked enough for us to go ahead and start pulling all the tape and cards off of it. So this is what it looks like all said and done. Came out pretty good if I do say so myself. It's got a little bit of orange peel in there, a little bit of trash, couple fish eyes. But for the most part, it looks 100 times better than what it was. And if you don't remember, it looked worse than this one. From that to that, I'll take it. But stick with me. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the other 3 off camera and show y'all the ending result. Alright, so we got the Jeep wheels painted. It came out pretty good. So tell me what y'all think. Should I keep the chrome center cap since it's got chrome lug nuts and chrome accents, or should I go ahead and color match those to the wheels? I didn't put this one on yet just because I don't know if I want to color match it or keep it chrome. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments, or if I should just change the colors of the wheels altogether. But I think it kind of flows with it a little bit. It looks better in person than it does on camera. But let me know what y'all think. that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Um, Still working on getting some pricing for the paint to do the hood and everything the right color. Um, that'll be a whole nother video by itself. I think I'm going to go ahead and paint it myself. It seems to be the cheaper route so far. So there'll be a whole video on painting it and getting that buttoned up. But for now, that's going to be it for this video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Anything they tell you to do at the end of them videos, I would appreciate it if y'all did it. Yeah, man, comment. Let me know about the center caps, if I should keep them chrome or not, or if I should change the wheel color or anything like that. Just engage in the comments. I engage back. Love to hear from y'all. Till next time, peace out, YT Nation. Alright, so I couldn't leave y'all hanging. I had to throw that center cap in there. It was bothering me not having something in it. But yeah, let me know if I should paint it to color match the rims, or if I should change up the color of the rims altogether, or should I leave them chrome. Y'all just let me know in the comments, man, what I should do. But I don't think they look too bad. Once I get the hood painted, there won't be so much color going on all over the place. It won't be that much of a visual difference. So just let me know what y'all think. But until next time, peace out, YT Nation.